To hand it to you and your brother. That Ocean View project is really something to be proud of.
Thank you, thank you. Martin and I have always been deeply concerned with urban renewal. Will you excuse me? Pardon, please.
I think my husband was talking about the $11 million you both are getting for that beachfront property.
Well, every little bit counts, you know. Oh, and now if you'll excuse me, I think we can at long last get this thing on the road. You're late.
Yes, I know. I was waiting for your brother.
Where is he?
I don't know. After about an hour, a woman phoned and said Martin couldn't make it. But he'd see you at the airport tonight.
Martin and his women. You brought the papers, of course.
I brought them. Lon, are you sure you want to go through with this?
I'm not in the habit of throwing cocktail parties. It's just to call a deal off.
You're not in the habit of doing anything that doesn't directly benefit Lon Zachary.
I seem to sense a note of disapproval in your voice, Arthur.
It's a rotten thing you're doing.
Please, please spare me the hearts and flowers of how I'm putting poor old Maud out into the cold and cruel world. After all, it's been over 20 years. I don't even know if she's still alive.
She is, Lon. I checked. She's old and she's sick. And she's still your wife.
What about that collection of sideshow freaks she's been taking care of all these years? She used to call them her family. Don't tell me they've deserted her.
No, they've stuck by her. But what with the amusement park being torn down, they have no place to go now either.
Arthur, take a good look in the mirror tonight. You're much too old a man to be unemployed. So in the future, keep your Boy Scout morality to yourself and keep your nose out of my business.
But what about Maud and the others?
First rule of show business, Arthur. Freaks always land on their feet. They'll make out.
Someday, Lon, someone's going to give you and your brother what you really deserve.
And the tortoise will win the race. And the meek will inherit the earth. But in the meantime, let's get these papers signed so that we can deposit that sweet check for $11 million.
Attention, everybody. Attention. Mr. Zachary is now ready to sign the final papers that will make Ocean View Condominium Apartments a reality.
Airport. Driver, this isn't the way to the airport. Driver. Driver!
To paraphrase Machiavelli, who really put it rather neatly, a man ought to be either totally indulged or utterly destroyed. For if you merely offend him, he will take vengeance. But if you injure him greatly or, of course, do away with him completely, he's unable to retaliate. Mr. Lon Zachary has been totally indulged for over 20 years now. until tonight. For tonight, snatched from his finest hour, plucked from his greatest wealth, Mr. Zachary has been taken on an unexpected and most undesired trip. He's been brought home. Home to the people who have for so long indulged him. This afternoon, Mr. Lon Zachary, representing both himself and his brother, signed a piece of paper, a simple bill of sale. In return, another man gave him a check for $11 million. Quite a piece of change. But it's been a long road for the two brothers, and behind them they've left a rather untidy mess, broken promises and broken men. Shattered dreams that belong to others. Rogues, scoundrels, call them what you will. They've enjoyed every sweet, ill-gotten moment of their wealthier and wealthier lives. It began here, at this very amusement park, some 20-odd years ago. Brother Martin ran the Ferris wheel, and Lon, Mr. Lon Zachary himself, was known as Elmo the Geek. It was here that they started to build their fortune all those years ago. Will it be here that they have to pay the final price for it?
Jojo. How very dramatic of you.
I'm Colonel Brum now. I haven't been Jojo the dog-faced boy in over 15 years.
Well, may I congratulate you on your promotion. But I'm afraid if this sort of thing keeps up, it's going to be prisoner Brum. Or perhaps Jojo the dog-faced convict.
I'm afraid it's not going to be that easy, Lon.
Doc, I didn't know you were still...
Alive. Oh, yeah. But the funny thing is, quite sober these days, too.
Doc hasn't touched a drink in more than 7 years now.
The Colonel thinks he ought to try to get the medical board to reinstate him again.
Well, that's all this country needs. A brain surgeon with 30 years' experience as a tattoo artist.
You never could resist a cruel remark, could you, darling?
Rhonda, Doc. I should have known you'd be here. What are those two little things around your neck? Whatever happened to Hermie?
My boa constrictor. He slithered away 5 years ago when we were on tour.
How very awful for you.
I must admit I was terribly upset, but not as much as the manager of the hotel where we were staying.
Well, it seems almost the whole gang is here, huh?
There's more waiting inside.
For me, I expect.
They're putting you on trial, Lon.
Trial? Whatever for?
What else, Mr. Zachary?
Your life.
Everything's ready.
Goliath. Take charge of the prisoner.
Actually, I think this little farce has gone long enough.
You see anybody laughing, Mr. Zachary? Take him inside.
Don't fight him, Lon. I'm going to try to do everything I can to save you.
can't get away with this, you know.
Beginning to sweat, Mr. Zachary?
Listen, I'm due on that plane right now. And when I don't show up, people are going to start looking for me.
Oh, but they won't, darling.
We've got someone replacing you.
Then you're really in trouble. Martin's on that plane. And when he sees somebody impersonating me...
I'm sorry, Lon, but Martin won't be able to help you this time.
What do you mean?
Enough of this chatter. Move him inside.
That's Maud in the middle, Lon.
Why is her head covered like that?
Well, it makes it easier for her most of the time.
Why did you say Martin can't help me this time?
Because his trial was held this afternoon.
I don't believe you. That's impossible.
Goliath, bring him to my level. How does it feel, Mr. Zachary, to have someone make you afraid? Someone make you squirm?
Jojo, you're crazy.
He says we're crazy. How does it feel to have people laughing at you?
What have you done with Martin?
He wants to know what we've done with his brother.
You filthy little beast, what have you done with him?
Goliath! That's what we've done with your brother. Goliath?
Lon, I think I can save you. Martin wouldn't listen, but I think I can save you. I'm to be your defense attorney.
Is the prosecution ready?
The prosecution is ready. Is the defense ready?
I suppose as ready as we're going to be.
Then let the trial begin.
Lon, honey, you've come home to me. Order in the court! Order in the court!
The prosecution will prove without a shadow of doubt that Lon Zachary, formerly known as Elmo the Geek, deserves to die. The prosecution will prove the man known as Elmo the Geek, the man we took in, the man we made a member of the family for the past 25 years, along with his brother, has hurt, used, and cheated people for his own personal gain and pleasure.
Let him die!
Let the defense be heard.
I'm afraid we have no defense against these charges.
What? I thought you were supposed to be on my side.
But Lon, the truth is the truth, no matter whose side you're on.
Well, I have something to say.
You're a man.
Let him speak his piece.
I stand accused, convicted, and sentenced. A scoundrel in a robe of the first water. A user of people. A cheat. But nobody's asked me how I plead. Guilty or not guilty.
How do you plead, darling?
Why, Guilty of everything you know about me and 1,000 things you don't. Now tell the truth, darling. Don't you wish you could say the same? Remember that night a long ago summer, and we sat out under the stars and drank strawberry wine? And we drank so much of it, we decided to kidnap Jojo and feed him to Hermie.
I never heard about that.
Oh, shut up, darling. There have been many times I wish we had.
And how about you, Hortense? Didn't you ever wish it were you instead of old Maud that I married?
You only married her for her money?
Of course I did. Why else would a reasonably handsome young man marry a 50-year-old woman? Guilty. And I walked out the day after I got her to sign the deed to all this property over to me. I am guilty. But what am I guilty of? Living my life for me? Or having the opportunity to? Honestly now, how many of you wish you could say you've been as guilty as I've been for the past 25 years?
Don't you understand? That's not the crime you're here for. They loved you. These sad, strange, lonely little people, they loved you. They took you in. They gave you a home. They trusted you. They loved you. Why do you think they're so angry now?
But it's been over 20 years.
We always thought you'd come back again.
You never tried to sell the property before. We thought you loved us, too.
No! After him!
Don't let him get away!
Lon, look at me. No, don't try to get up. Not yet.
They're going to kill me, Doc.
No, they're not. No, they're not. I talked them out of it. I told you I tried to help.
But how?
I've convinced them, Lon, that being a family and loving one another is far more important than killing.
Well, that's
Especially if you really love the one you want to kill.
right. That's right. I believe you, Doc.
Good, because if you follow my conditions, then the others are willing to forget everything in the past.
Conditions?
Yes, that's all you have to do, and then everything will be just as it was before. We'll be a family again, Lon.
I'll do anything you say, Doc.
Anything?
Anything. Just get me out of this.
Well, that's splendid. Mr. Zachary has agreed to our conditions. Oh, Elmo, I'm so pleased. I was hoping it'd turn out this way.
Where are we going?
Just to my shop. I spent all day preparing it just in case it did turn out this way. Come on.
Doc, what's going on?
Don't worry, you'll see, Lon. You'll see, and you'll never have to worry about anything again.
It's going to be so wonderful, Elmo.
What's all this for?
Why, for you, darling.
This is the condition you agreed to. Take it or leave it.
Don't you remember?
The doc was a brain surgeon before he was a drunk.
Yes, and this will be my first lobotomy in 35 years. Oh, I'm really going to enjoy this.
You're mad.
Oh, fantastic.
You're all mad. You're out of your mind.
Go get him! Go get him! No!
After him! He can't have gone far. You go. You go to the front gate. Goliath, you go to the back door. The rest of you fan out. We mustn't let him get away. this is all about? It's nearly done. Hey, Goliath, go get him!
Please help me. They're after me. They're gonna kill me.
Who's after you?
The freaks. The people from the sideshow. They're gonna kill me. I'll cut part of my brain away.
Come on, let's get out of here.
No, please. Please, the freaks. The freaks.
Hurry! He's amazing! He is frightening! He's the world's greatest geek! See him bite the head of a live chicken! See him swallow a live snake! He will revolt you! He will disgust you! He is Homo the Geek!
Boy, that guy's sure something. Has he been with the show long? Yeah, off and on.
What would a guy like that do when he wasn't a geek?
Lots of things, I guess. Our little troop, we're just like a family. Our folks always come back home again. Sooner or later.
If you love me as much as I love you, what knife can cut our love in two? It seems Kipling's ancient question has been answered in the reverse here. No knife can cut a love in two, but apparently it can piece one back together again. Poor Lon. Or perhaps we should call him Elmo now. Just when he had everything going so splendidly. Well, I suppose there's some small consolation. At least he'll never have to worry about where his next meal is coming from. So, until we meet next, this is Anthony Quayle reminding you that there is a touch of evil in all of us. Good night. Pleasant dreams.